Do you have a dirty little secret? Welcome to the club.
And you're all invited.
The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
We're handing out memberships, free of charge.
Step up to the VIP line and let Dayna and Brimstone take you on a weekly ride of secrets and debauchery.
Now buckle up, Buttercup, because things are about to get heated on the Dirty Little Secrets Club. Hey, what's poppin', people? Time for another episode of the Dirty Little Secrets Club. We are your hosts.
I'm Dayna Pereira.
And this is Brimstone. And as you can hear, my voice is starting to go again. And why is it starting to go again? Because I did back-to-back events this past weekend. And at one of them, they decided to put the DJ booth right near me. So I was sitting and speaking over the DJ. And at that point in time, my voice just went, oh, we'll see you later, Brim. And here we are again.
Oh, no. Did you not learn anything the first time that happened?
When the voice therapist told me I should not be speaking loudly, I should be speaking slow and soft.
You
This is
should be
how
writing on a notepad and sliding it across the table like it's a goddamn ransom note.
I should. And you are correct, ma'am. You are correct. However, I did not. I got loud and then I got louder. And then they're doing contests. They have like content. And don't get me wrong, the event was great. Love them to death. They were fantastic. Both events I did were fantastic. But you know, they were doing like contest giveaways and stuff like that. So it was like, you know, trivia. So they say, and I'm like, nobody's answering. I'm like, son of a. So I screamed it out like,
Okay.
Come on, people. Are you serious? You know, like, who sang the song? The groove is in the heart. You know what I mean? Like, you know, and then like, who made, you know, which three bands put themselves together to create oh my god, I can't believe I blanked out on the name. Anyway, it's Rage Against the Machine, Cypress Hill, and Public Enemy created a super group together. You know what I mean? So there's I can't remember the name right off the top of my head.
Nobody was getting these answers and they have Google in their pocket.
That's true too. That's true too. What do you call it? They'll like, you know, they started, like said, like a couple of words from like one of the I guess verses of a song, and I'm going, and then you're supposed to, you know, say what song it is and who sang it. Yeah. I'm sitting here going, are you freaking kidding me? Like everyone, I'm like, I should have went over and just played and just beat everybody. But I kept yelling it out. And then, but I'm like, and they're like, what's this one? I'm like, I'm not telling you. I'm not giving you the answer. You know,
I'm just going to scream it to the DJ and ruin my voice again.
I did. And then in Jersey, so that was on the island. Then in Jersey, I did Nerd Fest. And what do you call it? I was talking all day. I had people come to see me all day. And and the guy across from me, he's like, he goes, you know, like, because every time somebody came over to film me or was trying to talk, I was like big and boisterous as usual, because that's just my character. So he's like, well, see, you learned your lesson about not keeping your mouth quiet, keeping your tone down. It's like, oh yeah, I gotta say,
totally learned the lesson. You would have been really, really proud of us this weekend, because Joe and I had a Dirty Little Secrets Club kind of weekend.
Whoa! Are we gonna get into that today, or are we going to talk about that in private? That's the question.
Oh, I already told him. I like the second it happened, I was like, this is going on the show. You just need to know that right now.
So, wait, does this have to do with the thing you texted me the other day?
It sure does, but there's a little bit more to it. So my husband, like I've said before, likes to tell me that he watched the show by like dropping a comment from the show or something like that. But this time what he did was he took the husband PSA from last week, the guy that bought his wife clothes.
Yeah.
He takes a bag, drops it in front of me and goes, runway that shit. And I was like, what? And he goes, you heard me. Runway that shit. And
that's
I was
my
like,
boy.
Okay. And he was like, just so you know, I listened to the Dirty Little Secrets Club. And I was like, oh, that's where this is coming from.
I'm high-fiving that boy right there. High five, baby. High five. That's right.
Open up this bag.
Yeah.
To 2 very beautiful pieces of lingerie. So he bought himself a
Uh,
little early birthday present,
there you go.
and I had to oblige, which was very fun. The lingerie was gorgeous. But then here's the part I did not share with you.
Oh no.
It gets a
Wait a minute.
little dirtier.
Wait a minute. You didn't share it with your boy before you put it on the show? That kind of concerns me a little bit more.
I needed your facial reaction to this.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Wait, let me get. Okay. I'm
Mhm.
straight. I'm good. All right. Go ahead. I'm listening.
He
I'm listening.
brought us a little toy that he wanted me to wear to dinner.
Did he get the little busy thing? The thing
Yeah.
that I talked about?
Yeah.
You listened to me? Yes. Was
It
it cool?
was such a fail though, because it wouldn't stay connected to his phone. So he would be trying to buzz
Oh.
me with his phone and it wasn't working. We tried though. We tried. We tried so hard. And we did have a great weekend, but we failed on on that part.
That's freaking awesome. Did we talk about that on the last show, or was it like a show or two before that?
I think it was a couple before that. And I think we've talked about it a couple of times because I think
Yeah,
we get a lot of repetitive secrets on here sometimes where,
yeah.
because a lot of people do a lot of the same dirty little things. So I think we've talked about it before, but I was
Wow.
pleasantly surprised
Yeah.
that he took such initiative. And I was like, okay, we're doing this. All right. You're going to make me live up to the name of the show.
There we go. Good job. Good
Mhm.
job. I give you applause. There you go. Applause, applause. What do you call it? Yeah. And you had a nice weekend. You guys
It was
celebrated.
lovely. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was an early 40th birthday celebration for him. He turns 40 on the 5th, March 5th. So it was
Happy
very fun.
birthday.
Yeah,
Happy
missed
early
you yesterday.
birthday. There we go. Oh, whoa. Here we go. What do you call it? And what was the place that you stayed? What was the name of the spot?
It was called, I wanna say El Horizon, I think it was in Palm Springs that we went to,
Okay.
and we just had the most delicious food. The
Okay.
place that we stayed at was gorgeous. Everything it was just such a great weekend. Very, very fun. Even though the weather sucked, everything else was perfect.
Nice. Well, listen,
Yeah.
you didn't need to be outdoors. You need to be indoors in the bedroom. Chicken
Yeah.
brown, brown,
We had
brown
a good
chicken,
time.
brown cow. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then
Yep.
Danielle and I we went to the Hotel Nyack, which I don't know if you saw any of that stuff.
I did, it was
Oh,
so cool.
love those people over there. Love them so much. They set us up with the suite, and we did dinner, we did breakfast, the whole 9 yards there, and we had a little in between time too. And to be honest, I like to see her get to relax a little bit. So they had
Yeah.
the claw tub, the big white claw tub, and she just I was like, I'm gonna set you a bath. She's like, okay. And then she was like, no, go in, go in. Like we were gonna go together. I was like, there's no way we're fitting in there together, first of all. I said, second of all, I'm not fitting in there by myself. So I got in just to appease. And I was
Yeah.
like this. And I'm like,
Yeah.
mm-mm. I went in, the water all came out. Let's just say it was that buoyant.
Like an inch of water's in there and it all comes bubbling out.
Pretty much. Pretty much. It was that bad. So then I had to reset it and she got in it. We had a nice time. Just a nice, beautiful weekend. Well, not weekend, a
Oh,
couple of days, because then that was Thursday into Friday. Friday came back. I did Saturday at the one event and then Sunday at the other.
that's
So, and
awesome.
yeah, and then I'm here now. But I'm so glad you had a great time.
It
And I'm
was
so glad
awesome.
that Joe did the stuff and things.
Oh, he did the stuff and things. All right. He did the
Oh,
stuff and things.
and then he stuffed some things. Ew, ew. You're a naughty girl.
Oh, God.
You're a naughty girl.
I have
Oh
my
my
moments.
goodness. Well, all right. So are we gonna get started on these dirty little secrets?
We are.
Okay.
And this first one here says, I hate kids. For real, hate kids.
For real, for real.
For real, for real. And now I'm at the age where all of my friends are having kids and I have to pretend to like them, but we just don't vibe. I'm not a monster. I just can't stand them and they make me uncomfortable. even as a kid, I hated kids. It's sad because all these friends are slowly going away because we aren't on the same life page anymore.
Well, what can
Mm.
I tell you? What do you have to say about it?
You know what? I kind of get it, and maybe I sound like an asshole for saying this. Like, I like my kids. Other people's kids, I'm like, "Can you just get them away?" Like, I just don't have the tolerance or the patience a lot of times for other people's kids. So I get it. I understand. And I wouldn't say that I hate kids, but, yeah, kids, you gotta have some patience for them, and if you don't, I get it. I don't think you're a bad person, I just think you're not vibing.
I think that they're not necessarily giving all kids a chance because not all kids are awful. I
Totally.
do agree with you. There are some kids that you just want to twist their little heads off and kick them like soccer balls. I get it. I get it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, all kids are not that bad.
True.
But like I mean, they're like you said, and I know it, like because you and I have had conversations about people that we know and their kids and so forth, and we're not going to
Yeah.
say who, so don't
Mhm.
get your ass in a ruffle. If any of you people are listening, oh, they talking about my kids? I am probably talking about your kids, but let's
Probably.
let's pretend that we're not. Okay. The fact of the matter is if your kids are shitheads, then you need to train your kids to not be shitheads. Otherwise, they're going to be treated as such.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. That's it. And the story. It all comes down to the parents. It's not even the kids. It's the parents. You know what I mean? Like Danielle works in a school, and she's like all the
God
kids.
bless her. I don't know how she does it.
She's like the kids don't even give a fuck anymore. She's like the kids, and she goes, look, there are a lot of really sweet kids and really good kids, and they're very nice and respectful. But then
Yeah.
there are other kids who are just like, okay, I'll do whatever the fuck I want because you can't do anything about it, and they have they no fear of authority because no, even if the parent freaking spanks them, now you can go to jail. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so listen, my kids sure as shit no, I'll do a dime just to whoop your ass if you're gonna be you want to back talk to me? I will whoop your ass. I'll go do the dime, and once I'm out, I'm gonna whoop your ass again. You know what I mean? Just
Oh, what? See, and I'm on the complete other end of that. Like, I don't do the whoopings. I don't do. Go ahead. I see you.
okay. I've only spanked my one of my children once.
Mm-hmm.
I do not raise my hands to my kids because they know better. The
Yeah.
only time that and it was to Samantha, my firstborn, and the only reason why I did it was because she did a dumb, then she did a dumb trying to put, like hide the dumb, and then she did another dumb on top of that dumb. You know what I mean? I could tell you about
Yeah.
it off there. And
Yeah.
what do you call it? And I was waiting outside for her because I had conversations. We thought we had an understanding. And she is an A student. She did something in school that
Uh-huh.
she basically. I'll tell you about it
Yeah.
later.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you call it? She was. I was standing at the front of my driveway. Her bus pulled up. She got out of the car. She said to her friend Sally, who lived down the street, she goes, I may never see you again.
Yeah.
She's like,
It's over for
I'm
me. It's
she's
curtains,
like,
man.
she's like, my dad's waiting outside. I'm screwed. She's like, I'm
Yeah.
dead. She came home. I followed her inside. I lifted that kid up, threw her on my freaking on my knee, and I spanked the crap out of her. That's the only time, and she must have been 12, 13. I said it's the only time I ever raised a hand. And what do you call it? And she knew better. She said I deserved, and she'll tell you. She's like, I deserved it. And what do you
Yeah.
call it? And then that was it. And I didn't even. She goes, I knew I was fucked because he didn't. He's like, Dad didn't even say a word. Dad didn't say a word. I knew I was fucked because as
You
soon
know
as
it. You're fucked when he's quiet.
he's quiet. That's it. He's like, if he didn't even come at me because I can be intimidating if I want to be intimidating.
Right.
But I don't want my kids to fear me. I want them to respect me. You know what I mean?
Totally.
But the fact that she did what she and I whooped that ass, and Dylan knew it, and he was like, whoa. He wasn't ever going to do that shit. And then she never did it again. And my little one, Haley has heard about it, and she has not given me reason to. She's gotten a little every once in a while, but
Yeah.
nothing crazy. Like a little, like you're the little one. You got a mouth. Get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? Right? Because
Yeah.
she's got a little. Her mother's Spanish. She's got a little Spanish butt. You know what I mean? So
Uh-huh.
get that little butt out of here and deal with it. you can handle the whack. No, but at the end of the day, that's the only time that I've ever raised a hand to one of my kids. So I'm not
Oh,
I'm not into the spanking or but I'll talk a big game. But they
yeah.
know if they fuck up real big, I'm coming at them. You know what? I'm coming. But most people are they're not going to touch their kids. They're not going to reprimand them. Because people that are like that.
I sure do. And I volunteer in the school. So, and there are some kids that are just the cutest little sweetest things. And they're always like, Miss Dana, come look at my stuff. Come help me with my, and they're so cute.
Right.
And then there's the other ones that I'm like, oh God, how much longer do I have to be around this kid? He's so annoying.
Right. Right. There's one kid that we actually know, the parents and the kid himself. We knew him before, when he was born, and we don't really speak to the parents anymore, but we keep tabs on the kid just because I did have a relationship with the parents. I'll tell you all about that later too,
Yeah.
off the record. But he comes in and he's like a little Liberace, so he's like comes in, and it's a boy, but he's very flamboyant,
Uh-huh.
and I'll have this, dear, and you pass me this. I don't think be having this today, darling.
Yeah.
And the other day Danielle
I mean,
had
I
to
think
be
I'd like
like,
that kid.
no. Then the other day, like they have to in the school, they have to have like the kids have to leave with certain things on the plates. It's the rules. It's a law.
Yeah.
What do you call it? And the kids like, I'm not gonna have that today. And well, we have to put it on your plate. I do not want it on my plate.
Well,
You will
then
not be
throw
putting
it
it on my
out.
plate. So she's like, do whatever you want with it when you get out there. So they went back and forth a couple of times. And normally it's okay, because it's her. But
Yeah.
that day, apparently he was having some kind of a thing. So whatever. Finally, she got it on the plate. So then he walks over to the garbage right by the door, takes it, and turns around and looks and goes, and throws it into the garbage. She's
Yeah.
like, I don't care.
Fine, whatever. Sit.
You do you.
That's what I told you to do.
You do
I
you,
have
boo
to put it
boo.
on your plate. What you do with it after that, I don't give a shit.
Exactly. Like, who cares? Unbelievable. So listen, I get to a certain extent about how people can be like, oh, I hate kids, but it's not all kids. My kids
Yeah,
are freaking
yeah,
adorable, and everybody thinks their kids are adorable. My kids are good kids because they're
yep,
trained to be good kids.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Your kids are good kids because they're
My kids are
trained to be
great
good kids.
kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
You
know what?
know.
My mom was over for the weekend watching them so that we could go, be dirty little fuckers in Palm Springs.
Mhm.
And I came back and she was like, they're so good. They're so easy. And I was like, I know.
Yeah,
They are
I did
good and
that.
they are easy. I love
That
that
was me.
about them. Yeah.
That was what's that song? That song. All right, that's me. What how does that go? It's the
Um,
thing
it's
everybody uses it
me.
on
I'm the
TikTok.
problem. It's me.
Yeah, I'm the problem. It's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm the one that did it. That's me.
Some
I'm
Tay
the.
Swift. We got some Tay Tay.
Oh, is that what it was? I don't even
Yeah.
know. I don't know. I thought it was
Yeah.
Drew Barrymore or some shit. I'm
No,
just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Shall we continue?
you are up, my friend.
All right, ready? Here we go. I spit into. I didn't even get like into the first sentence. I'm laughing because it's messed up. Okay, the next writer says, I spit into a person's food once. I know it's awful, but this person was so degrading, belligerent, and awful, and I completely lost my shit and spit a huge loogie into their chicken tortilla soup.
Oh,
I got
it's so specific.
Wow. Glad I've never eaten chicken tortilla soup. I got a great amount of pleasure watching them down the entire bowl, and it actually made it easier for me to be more pleasant to them the rest of the time. Don't be a dick to the servers. It's not uncommon to add extra spice. Ouch.
Oh, I agree with that though. Don't be a dick to servers. Not even just because you don't want them to spit in your food, although that is a great reason, but just don't be a dick in general. How about that? Like they have to come and wait on people of all kinds. It's so hard for them sometimes. Just don't be a dick to people.
That's the thing. Now, just this past weekend, I was hungry. I
Mhm.
just had a long day on the island. Drove all the way to Jersey. I wanted to just go to sleep,
Mhm.
but I was hungry. So I went out. I went to get food, went to Applebee's.
Mhm.
First, they told me that there was a wait in the back in the what do you call it? They said that there was a wait in the kitchen, a 30-minute wait. So I'm like, okay. And the couple that I was with, because it was the promoters, um, they weren't even eating. They were just coming to hang out with me.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So we wound up finally getting a seat. We sat down, and what do you call it? They take my order. They're not, like I said, they're not even eating. So I'm embarrassed by myself, sitting like, okay, I'm ordering for myself. I order a rib. I'm
Mhm.
getting ribs. I'm like, okay, I'll take the ribs. But okay, comes out like not even 10 minutes later, which was great but
Yeah.
shocking. I bite into the first one. It's freaking cold. Like,
Oh,
well, maybe because it was the end, right? So I bite into the second rib. I'm like, nope, this is cold. So I touch around. I'm like, it's cold. So I finally get a hold of the server, and I'm like, listen, I'm not trying to be mean or rude. I said, but the ribs are they're
yeah.
freezing. I'm like, they're,
Can
they're
you
cold.
fire these up again, please?
Yeah, I'm like, what can we? He's like, oh, I'll get you a new one. So he went into the back. I'm thinking he's gonna bring me out a brand new slab. It's gonna take another however long because no, they took the same slab and put it back onto the thing, heated it up, and brought the same one back out to me. I'm like, wow, okay, there we go. First of all, that's against the rules. It's against the law. You know what I mean? You're not supposed to take food that's been touched by somebody, you know what I mean, and then put it back onto the grill or whatever the hell they're using, or in
Yeah.
the salamander. So that was square one. And so I said to him, I'm like, is it this rack looks really small? I said, or did they just give me the same one back? He goes, oh yeah, I just told them they should just heat it up. He's like, I could get you a new one. I'm like, don't worry about it.
You're like, no,
Because
I don't want you to spit in my food for having to do the extra work.
exactly. So it's not always the person who's in the seat who's being the prick. I was being super nice. I was just like, are you kidding me? Yeah, didn't offer to do anything for me. Not that it mattered to me. They paid for it anyway. But
Yeah.
it's like, but still, it's just like, come on, man. Like, really?
Yeah.
You know?
But I've seen too many times people being assholes to servers
Oh
for
yeah.
no, they just are having a bad day and want to take it out on somebody and they are
Oh,
dicks to servers. And
agreed.
sometimes they deserve it. I'm like, oh, God, you should spit in their fucking chicken tortilla soup because
Hmm. I
they are
agree.
assholes.
I agree. Clam chowder is extra clammy today. Oh
Yeah.
my lord. Uh, oh, it's so chewy. It's got a little bit of spice in it. It's got like a spearminty flavor. I wonder what it was because I had some spearmint fucking bubblegum, bitch. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the movie Waiting?
I love that movie. I
That's
love
my
it so
favorite movie.
much. It's
It's
so
one of my
good.
favorites. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all I think about ever when I go into a place that I don't know. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
You
So
gotta be careful, man. I am exceptionally nice to the wait staff and others, and I've worked in restaurants before, so I am very nice. I don't know that I know anybody that did that before, like spit in food or anything, but like I may or may not have watched somebody drop a bun on the floor and then pick that shit up, blow it off, and put it back on the plate. So I mean, you kind of roll the dice when you're going out to a restaurant. You need to trust that they give a shit, and they usually don't.
keep rolling those die. There
Keep
you go.
rolling the dice. Yep.
There we go. All right. Are we moving along?
We are moving it along.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Oh,
you got a spicy one here
I got
from
a
what it looks
spicy
like.
one.
All right.
My husband basically kink shamed me, and I'm livid.
Let's
I
just
would.
let's just make sure we all know this is not Dana's husband kick shaming her.
Oh, no,
This
no. He
is the
loves my kink.
writers. This is the right. Well played, ma'am. Well played. I just want to make sure that everybody is aware. Go ahead. Go ahead. Proceed.
I told him I wanted to try having him choke me. It was
Oh.
exhilarating. I came so hard and thought he enjoyed it too. Afterward, he started saying mean things like I didn't know I married a slut And what porn site should I look for you on? I'm really upset about it. It's put a huge strain on our relationship.
Jesus Christ! When a woman wants their man to sit and choke them, and you're upset about it, holy shit! I'm like, I'm ready, bitch. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. Oh, remember that shit you gave me last week? It's go time.
Yes. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, seriously. My husband would be like, "You want me to choke you?" Okay.
Yeah,
He'll be choking me out thinking about the time that I yelled at him to pick up his socks.
that's what I'm telling you, right? Right? I am all about that. I am all about that shit. What do you call it? Listen, my biggest thing is, you know, I don't, I just don't want to hurt her. You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah.
So and I have very big hands, and what do you
Mhm.
call it? Especially if you're in the moment and things are going on, I don't want to squeeze too tight, or you know what I mean.
And then if
So
somebody sees bruise marks around her
right,
neck, like, "Oh shit,
right,
here we go. Now we're in the
right.
news."
Right. So that's but I all the time, you know what I mean? I'm
Mhm.
fine with it. Like when the mood is right. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Yeah.
like a type of thing. It's a sexy thing. You know what I mean? If you
Yeah.
do it right, if you do it right. I just don't know what I don't know what's going on here, why he's complaining about it, but
I know. That's kind of fucked up. Like, if he had a kink that he wanted you to try, and then you turned around and started to make him feel bad about it, that's messed
oh,
up, man.
well, he probably wants to be pegged, but he just can't say anything,
Uh-huh.
you know,
He's
because he's a
jealous that
because
they
he's a
got to live out
fucking
her fantasy and not his.
freaking loser. Fucking
Agree
loser.
with that
Just
statement.
Yeah, dump his ass. Get rid of him. Go get somebody who's going to choke you with pride.
Yeah.
That sounds so bad.
Well, it
That
would
sounds so
choke you with
bad. Get somebody that's going to enjoy choking the shit out of you. Oh, that's not good
That's the
either.
name of this episode, Choke You with
Yeah,
Pride.
choke you with pride. There you go. You don't even have to send it to me. Just do it. For all you listening at home, so Dana asks me questions all the time, and I always say that I'm like, Day, you don't even need to ask me, just do it. I trust
Yeah.
you. I'm like, you don't even need to ask. Like, don't like the. It's fun to help pick the episode names,
Yeah.
but like everything else, like what you asked me, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna agree with whatever you say. I
Yeah.
don't care. Like, I don't care. You can, as long as I'm not doing anything that's gonna get me into real big trouble. I'm
Yep.
good. I'm good. Cops are not involved. We're all right.
Yep.
And
That's
even
right.
then, I might make some kind of.
Yeah.
Even then, I
If
might
it's
be like, all
jail
right,
time, it's fine. If it's prison time, it's not fine.
it's not. Yeah, we can't. No Oz and tongue. Yeah, no, I can't do that. I can't do that. No, no, no Oz time. Yeah. So, do you have anything else to say about this pussyfoot here?
I feel like maybe there's a deeper issue here. It sounds like the relationship probably isn't as amazing. It sounds like there's some underlying shit going on here. And maybe it's time to reevaluate that relationship if he's kink shaming you. Because that is like actual abuse, saying shit like that. Like, not cool. I wouldn't put up with that shit.
That's crazy. I mean, unless there was a reason for it, you know what I mean? If you know what I'm saying, like, if again, I don't
There's
know.
no
I don't.
reason to call somebody a fucking slut or like
Well, she
calling
was
names
sleeping
like
around
that is
behind.
unfair. Yeah, but you can have an argument with you can be upset with something that you did, but if you resort to just name calling, it's because you don't have a
Right.
better argument.
That's
You know?
true. That's
If
true.
you're like, "Oh, you're a fucking slut." It's you can be like, "You know what? You did this thing and I am not okay with that." Just resorting to name calling means you don't have a better argument.
I agree with you. And you're very right. I am with you on that. I agree. I was saying something ignorant. But here's what I'm thinking about the situation. Now that I'm thinking a little bit more into it. I think that since she just brought this up, this obviously is something new in the bedroom, right?
Mhm.
Maybe he's wondering, well, where did you get this from? Are you cheating on me? What's going on? Where'd you learn this from that you want to do this
Still
in the room?
doesn't give him the right to do that to her. That's his own insecurities coming out, has nothing to do with
I'm not
her.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but where is it coming from? So that there maybe that's where that's coming from. I didn't say it was right, wrong, or different. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that maybe that's what he's thinking.
Sure, that could be what he's thinking, but again, that's not her problem. That's his problem, and he's the one that's acting out.
You tell him, Dana. Be
That's
like, you're
right.
acting out, you little bitch.
Yeah.
Bitch. Go get your husband PSA and do the right thing, and then choke that bitch.
Yeah.
Then choke her with your peep, unless it's too small. Son of a bitch. Like I can't do any choking. It really sucks. Um, all right, I'm gonna stop. I digress. All right, here we go. You ready for the last one?
Last one.
All right. So this writer says, I heard the last husband PSA, and I have another for you. At least once or twice a month, I tell the wife how great her hair looks or how great her nails or shoes look, just in case you switch something up and I didn't notice. It's a win-win because half the time she just had something done and she's thrilled I've noticed. Well, sir, you have won the husband of the month award and well played, sir. Well
Oh
played.
my, you know what? I mean, odds are if you throw it out there a couple of times a month, you probably are going to land on something. So even if she's like, oh, I just curled it or something like that, so yeah, definitely keep throwing out those compliments because it's only going to do you good.
And listen, men, I'm going to give you another PSA out there. It's the little things. It's all the little things that count. Tell the woman that she's beautiful at least once or twice a day. Give her those little kisses on the forehead or on the nose. You know what I mean? Show them that you love them. Show them that you appreciate them. Those are the little things that count. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whisper sweet nothings in their ear. Do the things that you used to do when you first started dating. You know what I mean? That's the stuff that matters. That's the stuff that keeps them going and keeps that love flowing. So
Yes, that's the stuff that keeps loogies out of your chicken tortilla soup
that too. So you should tell your wait staff that they're beautiful
all the
and
time.
all the time. And if they're not, don't say a fucking thing.
You keep that, you swallow that all the way down.
So or when they get the food, just look at them and then just lock a loogie yourself and be like, I understand. I I I I serve myself because I can't. I
Loogies,
can't.
it's my own.
Yeah,
It's my own. It's
yeah,
fine.
it's my own. It's okay. I can. I don't know, man.
Uh,
What do you have to say about this guy?
I love the husband PSAs. Keep those ones coming. If you guys have any more out there, you go ahead and send them in. I think it's a great idea. I think like my husband does not notice when I get my hair done, although he knows when I'm going to get my hair done. He still won't say anything.
Really?
The girl comes to my house to do it. It's usually on a weekend, so he's home. So he'll see me getting my hair done, but I think because he knows that I know, like we're both kind of experiencing it together, he just doesn't feel the need to say anything about it, maybe? I
That's
don't
so
know.
surprising to me. Like I honestly, Joe strikes me as the type to actually say stuff like that.
Well, so on the flip side of this, I will say I will be sitting on the couch watching TV and I can just feel him staring at me. And I'll have to look at him and be like, what? And he'll be like, I just think you're beautiful.
Oh, I was just a baby. Oh, just a little baby.
He's
Yeah.
very good at doing stuff like that. I am very, very bad at taking the compliment, though. I'm like, oh my God, I get it. You love me. Okay. Like I'm the worst.
Wow.
I am so bad.
That's great. You're an asshole.
I'm such an asshole. I fully admit that I'm an asshole. I just am bad at taking compliments.
Well, you're an awesome co-host, Dayna.
Oh
You're
my
an
God, I
awesome.
get it.
You're
You
awesome.
love me. Fine.
Yes, I do. I do. It is true. It's so true. What do you call it? Listen, I think that's about all the time we have, though. And as much as these people would love to hear us talk longer, I know we've got other things we've got to run and do. But I do believe you should let them know the one and only rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Yes, we can't end the episode without that, guys. The first rule of the Dirty Little Secrets Club is to tell everyone about the Dirty Little Secrets Club.
Make it happen, people. We appreciate you. Thank you for listening every single week. Please continue to rate, review, subscribe, and we will see you again next week.
You think we want something from you, you got another thing coming.